Good morning, everybody. It is August 21st. Right now it's 8:11 a.m. Market's going to open in about 19 minutes. We've got the NASDAQ futures contract up here. Let's start with some higher time frames as we always do. Let's look at what has happened the last couple weeks, or last few weeks. We've had 3 solid weeks of selling, coming into a pullback on an overall bullish market, which we can see here. We're coming into a key level, which we drew out on Friday, which is this 20 SMA on the weekly chart. We can see over here it acted as support in the past. It's also acted as resistance in the past. So suspecting some reaction of price down here. We've got it marked out here with this blue zone box, which we drew on Friday, and also just this orange line, which you can see here. Those are going to show up in all my charts. So as we're flipping through charts, you'll probably see these bad boys pop up. And I'm going to draw this out right there on that 20 SMA so I know exactly where it is. And this blue zone, we have a couple touches over here of support. So that will be this whole box. It's a large zone. I mean, you're not going to nail this thing right on the head. It's 400 to, it's 230 points, but we want to be aware that this thing's down here. And we're coming into some support. Let's see. Let's start moving down our time frames. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Super hot here in the Midwest, the United States. Crazy hot. It's going to be crazy hot this week. So stay cool, everybody, if you're in the central part of the United States. Anyways, let's look at what we got going here on the daily. Friday's candle was actually kind of a bullish doji. We came down into this zone, and it's called Dragonfly candle. And we've pushed away from it. We closed up near the highs of it. It's a bullish sign on the daily, but again, we're in an overall bearish downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. We're just in this down channel. So kindergartner can figure that out. It doesn't take a genius. So I'm not looking to buy down here. I really wouldn't be looking to buy until we broke out of this channel, which we're currently in. We've actually broken to the downside, moving back into the channel. Obviously, a big area of resistance is going to be this 15,000 psych level. It's also the top of this channel. Not the most respected trend line, not the most valid trend line, I should say. We've only got really this one touch over here. This is going to be a key level. 15,000 is going to be a key level. And then, of course, this point up here, 15,600, it's got lots of levels of resistance coming into play. And we should draw those out here so that we can see those on our lower time frames. We want to draw that 20 SMA out. This will probably pinch in a little bit lower. I would maybe draw the body of that candle. And then up here we've got this kind of zone where it was support and then it acted as resistance. This whole area right here, you can see it over here. It was support and then it became resistance. So lots of levels. Those are pretty far away. Those aren't really in play today, but something to mark on your chart. Maybe the 1500, but I doubt it as we start to move lower. All right, 4-hour chart. This is where we got some stuff going on. 4-hour chart, one of the zones I really like to look at, I'm looking at, or I was eyeing this morning, is the 20 SMA here on the 4-hour. And this little chart pattern we've got forming here, this pullback, ABCD pattern up to the 20 SMA on the 4-hour. Very nice little setup. You've got the A, and then B, C, D. Coming in, or two-legged pullback, the wave up there, break of this trend line. Your target would be down here at the bottom of the 4-hour, and that's really kind of what I'm looking at coming into this morning. Want to fight for price on it though. You might want to try to get back in up at pre-market highs. Somewhere up in here would be a good price to get in. Easy stop would be right above that 20 SMA. So I think what's going to happen is that we move back down lower. This is really the setup that I'm looking at for this morning. You want to see this, up channel break to the downside. If we do break pre-market highs and we get above this 876 and we start to move higher in here, it's probably going to be honing in on that 15,000 level, 950, 50,000 level, somewhere up here. I suspect as time goes on, this channel is going to open up higher. and that 15,000 will come into play. But right now, this is really where price is, moving through, and you would be looking for, possibly a bearish candle here on the 4-hour. It's already moving down. Not sure how this is going to look as the market opens, but just looking at it right now. Let's move down to the hourly, and we can take a look. We can see that up channel, which we can draw on the hourly over here. This is a weekly volume profile we're looking at here. Something like that. Maybe it could even be higher up, I guess. Something like that. But really, the supporting trend line is what we're looking at right down here. We want to see what's going to happen here. We got the 20 SMA. This is going to be a big area of confluence for it. 20 SMA on the hourly. Supporting trend line. If we get through the supporting trend line, excuse me, we've got a few levels of support below it, which is obviously going to be this touch over here, pre-market lows, 14,720, and then the bottom of the band here in the hourly. I suspect that's going to probably come up like this, and this will just form an area of confluence. We may get through that, and then there may be a trade in here for us as price may begin to move lower. If we get through pre-market lows, I think the next area is clearly Friday's lows, which are down here, and then to the abyss. I don't know, but those would be that's probably the trade setups I'm looking for coming in this morning. So some key levels right there. I just mark these out as well, and yeah, looking to see what it wants to do. Right in here. That's the big zone. What it wants to do down there. If we're going to come down, find some support and get a move up, or are we going to come down and just crash through it and come down into here? One way that you could, confirm this level is looking at order flow, looking at cumulative delta. What's cumulative delta doing? What's time and sales doing? Things like that. So I'm just going to draw more. Another way you could do it is look at like a 5-minute. You can see how aggressively we're moving down to VWAP. If we form a bearish channel down here, down into this area, and then we break that bearish channel, you'd like to see cumulative volume delta also begin to form bullish structure away from this level to confirm it. And you can look at it down here, cumulative volume delta. Down here, I'm going to put there. I found a free cumulative volume delta, a new free one. I made a video like a year or two ago where there was a free one, and now that's a paid one. But I found another free one, which I'm going to put in our Discord group, and I'll link our Discord below. So if you're interested in getting this cumulative volume delta, usually it's only available on the order flow suite with NinjaTrader, which means you have to buy the lifetime license of NinjaTrader to get this. But I found a free version, which I compared to over the weekend with the paid version, this version, and it's identical. It's exactly the same. So you can get this for free, which is pretty nice. That's my F for free. I don't know. I can't type with my mouse. It's impossible. All right, so we can see over here on the 4-hour, we are getting that bearish move down. Very nice inverted hammer forming over here on the 4-hour. Higher the time frames, the more valid candlesticks are. So 4-hour is looking bearish. We want to get through this zone before we really get bearish. And this is going to be the key level for me to see what happens on the market open. Are there going to be any opportunities? Maybe, particularly if we get an impulse to the upside. I would be looking to short 14,866, this zone up here. As I'm looking at it, that is the 20 SMA on the 4-hour, plus it's the upper band on the 5-minute. It's a pretty far ways away, though. I mean, it's 65 points away, but for some reason we did get a big impulse up here. This is where I would be looking for weakness. Pre-market highs, 20 SMA. Your stop could be like 12 points away at like 76 probably, and then your take profit could be all the way back down here at VWAP, or back down to this area of confluence, and which is like, well, I don't know how many points away is that, 780, so like 90, I don't know, I can't do math, 80 points away, 12 point stop, 80 points away. That's a pretty good risk reward. It's like 7R. So that's a good trade setup, even if it's a loser. So I would be looking for that, or again, just some like bullish structure and then break a bullish structure to the downside, maybe to get in, or this thing breaks and then we get in short. But I'm probably not going to be taking any longs, even though we are green on the day. Right at VWAP, delta is barely positive. Overall market structure still to the downside. I would not be looking to get bullish on this thing until, gosh, guys, I've been talking a long time, sorry. Until we saw over here on the daily, we're out of this bearish down channel on the daily, which we're still in. So that's my 2 cents on what we got going on in the market today. We're gonna let her open. See if we find some opportunities. Again, maybe a big impulse to the upside. It would be like a gap up fail strategy, double band strategy / gap up fail strategy on the market open. Otherwise, we're going to be looking for at this area as the key level. All right, guys, let's see what we got going on. See if we can find some opportunities. Okay, guys, so market's been open for a few minutes here. We are getting that impulse up to 65. It's kind of my short zone. I may begin to scale in with micro contracts. Using the micros to try to build a position, allow me to get a little bit of, it will allow the trade to have a little bit of drawdown. I'm going to add to it at 6. I'm going to see what it wants to do up here. One of the things I'm watching is cumulative delta. You can see as we came up into this level, that 65 level, I mean, I really was looking at 70, but 65, I'm starting to get in on it. You can see cumulative delta dropping a little bit here. And I think we're just a little bit overextended. Again, we're just kind of going with that trading plan, trying to get in around the 20 SMA on the 4-hour. If we break 76, I'm going to get out of it. I mean, so it's about, what is that? 17 point stop. I may add to it up here. You can see how Delta did not make a new high. As price made a new high, Delta did not make a new high. So we're going to add to it up there. Again, these are micro contracts. It allows me to scale into a position. I'm really only looking to get, one full contract out of it. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. One thing I'm noticing here on the volume profile, we formed this low volume node up at 57. However, cumulative delta did not make a new high. If cumulative delta makes a new high and we break 76, I'm probably going to be looking to close out. And trade will just not have worked out. We're seeing point of control coming in up here. It's going to make a move one way or the other. It might be a bullish move, might be a bearish move, but this is a good risk reward trade. So let's let this, I may add to it one more time if we get another impulse up. And now you can see Delta moving up. I don't know. I do not know. I'm reading the tape on another screen. I don't know. Looking to close. If we hit that 76 level, we're looking to close. Coming up to it. Yeah, I think this might be a breakout to the upside. But let's see. Ooh, look at my hourly chart. If this thing does mean revert, it's got a long ways down. So, all right, maybe looking to close out here. Still watching it. Delta's now formed that bullish pattern, starting to move up a little bit. Yeah, I think you got to just take the loss on this bad boy. Gonna wait and see what happens with it. I'm gonna take the loss. Not a big deal. May rip up to 600, or we may clear this 20 SMA on the 4 hour and move all the way up. So, starting the Monday off on a loser. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, let's wait for another setup, I should say. Okay, guys, so I took a short scalp on this thing. I was trading, unfortunately, micros, not the minis. I'm looking to take a short here and hold this thing maybe down to 31, back down to this VWAP, down to this zone. Waiting to see what price wants to do up here. We can see that Delta's flatlining. It's moving down a little bit. Oh, I should have gotten on that pullback. Now we're moving lower. You get a good entry on it. Don't want to short the bottom. Okay, guys, so I got into a short here. I think we're going to roll back down to 57. I'm seeing a lot of weakness on order flow. I would actually add to it back up here at highs. I think it's totally running out of gas, and we're going to get some sort of rotation down. 83, 82, I'd add to it. You can see the top of the Bollinger Band there on the 1 minute's pinching in. I think we've got a zone down there, down here at value area low. Delta's flattening out. You may get that impulse up to the top of the band, but I think we're gonna make a quick move down, try to get that. It's a bullish 5-minute candle though. Seems like it's gonna want to come down to 59, 60. Just looks like it's consolidating, about ready to reverse a little bit here. And so I'm not trading micros on this one because my take profit is so close. It's like it's not enough meat on that trade. We can see Delta here dropping now up at that level. But I need this 20 SMA really to break and then get that move back down to like 58. See Delta dropping over there. I can also see time and sales coming through. It's looking heavy. So. New high, trap some bulls. See if we get a reaction down. If not, I'm just gonna take my stop right here at 92. Find something else because I don't think it's gonna work. I really want to see us wick through. Nah, I'm gonna get stopped down on it. Delta's moving up. Dang it. All right, let's see if we can find something else. All right, so now we've taken a long flipped positions. We have this low volume node that's formed here as we broken new highs. Delta's moving up. Target on this is going to be up near the top of this channel. So we're going to try to get up here around 27, 29, 30. We'll take a stop if it falls back into this range, and that'll just be that. And that'll probably be my final trade of the day if this thing comes down and hits it, because that's just too many losses to take, and I'm clearly not in the right mindset. But this is looking bullish. All that buying coming through on Delta. See if we get a move up here. One thing I don't want to do is take my profit too soon, and then, I think we are going to come to the top of this channel now. Looking very bullish in terms of price action. So anyways, take your stops, adjust, see if you can't get something better. All right, let's let this trade play out, see if we can get hit our take profit. I can tell my mental state is not what it needs to be. There's a bunch of orders sitting up at 50. It might be where it wants to go up here at 50. Here it goes. 23. You try to hold it up to 50. Put your stop at 99. See if that liquidity sucks up price. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. It just might be a little too overextended. And I also bought the top of this, which is really bad. But you're having FOMO, man. Got to be able to recognize that and take a break. Really, the place to get in on it was exactly where I closed out. If you notice, it was down here, back into that channel. This was a really good place to get in on it, and I closed out on it. That just shows you how people get chopped up. You can definitely get chopped up on this stuff. He wants to do up there at 29. That was my original take profit on this thing. I'm just looking for any weakness. I got to get a base hit. We're coming to the top of this channel we drew out. There is a bunch of liquidity sitting up at 50, but that's not surprising really. I'm gonna close out there. I was wicking away from that. Trying to get some base hits here. It's a little bit overextended. I would expect this thing's gonna make a move down here in a second. That's gonna take out a lot of buyers. Well, maybe the best thing to do here is just take a break and come back and look at it. Coming up to the top of this channel here. It's not the most valid channel. Basically, what I did was I just copied and pasted this support level on the top here. Now the bands are opening up again, up to 33. Shoot. I mean, not shoot. I'm not short on it. Would it come up to my original take profit right there? Always learning. Always learning. Should have held it. Again, there's a ton of liquidity sitting up at 50. Hasn't been sitting there that long though. So, I don't know. Bullish delta on Bookmap. Let's open up to 40 up there. We said open up to 40. Your next place to take profit would be 39 for me. I don't know. Today may be a red day. This thing, I can feel myself having FOMO and switching positions. This would have been the trade. The original trade that I got in over here, 95 or whatever, would have been a good trade. Then we had this pullback. I got freaked out. Then we broke out of this channel. Should have held this one at 10 for sure. And the place where I closed out was actually a really good place to get in, which was the back side of this channel. And take that up to 29, which was my original take profit. But trading in hindsight, super easy. I see a lot of people on YouTube making these videos about trading, and everything is in hindsight. They just go, they blow up a chart like this, and then they go, well, over here, you see, here's that channel. All you do is you buy this candle on the breakout, and you take it all the way up. It's so easy to do that in hindsight. I can't stand it. Doing it in real time is completely different. You don't know what the right edge of the screen is going to be. I don't know, down 475 on the day. Not the worst day ever. Try to keep your red days small or relatively small, and hopefully you can get bigger green days. We're at the top of this channel now. We drew out, so 29 would have been a good take profit level, but didn't get it. I do not know if I'm taking any more trades. Right now it's 9:10. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get chopped up here in a second. just trying to get rid of that 475. So probably best for me just to take a break. I appreciate you guys all watching. Hopefully you got something out of this, how we can do technical analysis. Not the best trading day, but sometimes the best trading days aren't always green days. It's managing losses, managing risk. And that's just the way it goes. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found any value out of this, I really appreciate a like, a subscribe. Helps me, encourages me to keep doing these things, getting back on my horse and keep trading, keep making videos, keep doing analysis and stuff. This might be a support area down here. All right, guys, take it easy. I'll be back again soon. Peace.